Alright, welcome back everybody. So I wanted to make a little video, a guide about my setup and how do I grind and what key bindings you need and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be really quick here, and first thing I'm gonna say, getting into sim, it's actually really easy. So don't be afraid, give it a try. And jets are so much easier to fly than props in sim, at least. So if you have the option, just try out some jets in sim mode. They are a lot easier to fly than props. I highly recommend to go into a test flight with your preferred vehicle. So yeah, it looks fine. Bomb fuse, you can select it here, whatever you like. I like to set it around 5 seconds. All right, so we have okay, stand the radar off. So let's go over some basic controls here. What you need. So if you're flying with mouse and keyboard, first thing you want to go full real controls because you got a lot more options if you go simplified or whatever the other options are. So this is what you want to select. And if you're flying with mouse and keyboard, you want to select mouse, joystick, gear, and yeah. And then you want to, you want to set up your throttle and roll and pitch axis the way you want it. Um, Now, if you fly with stick or a controller, you can use this auto detect. So if I would, you can see it changes some different axes there, but it will auto detect whatever I want. So, and you can always adjust your roll and pitch sensitivity here if it feels like it's too much or not enough. You can change it here. So yeah, and other things that you need, of course, your flaps, your gear, your tracksuit. If you have jets with tracksuits, you want to find this. I have here selected primary weapons. So this is your guns here, and just your secondary weapons. So those two you really need to bind on some key, your mouse or your stick or your controller, whatever you have. So you want those, and the next thing that you actually want is you don't want to bind those. I do have them binded, but that doesn't really matter. This one you can bind it. That it is not needed, but this is when you lock up some. Let's say you lock up a friendly target, and or whatever wrong target you locked up, maybe the sun. So if you press this key, this will it will start locking up, and it will stop locking it up. So it will power up the air there, and it will power it down as well. So you don't have to wait for it to automatically stop. So you can just find the key here and press the key, and it will stop. So this one also you don't need, blah blah blah. Those you don't need. All you need is switch secondary weapons. Now this is the secondary weapons. You can see there. I can cycle through them the way I want. So those are my secondary weapons here. So we select something, and we have the fire secondary weapon that we use to fire those whatever we have selected. So that's what you need. Right, moving on. I'm gonna be fast there because I don't wanna, you know, most of the things you probably already know. So we were here. Fire countermeasures, of course, that's something you need. Then we have, uh, you know, right, the laser. That is something that I have binded because that is something that I actually use. Because I don't know if you can see it right now. Right, okay, we can see it there. Yeah, if you have your laser activated and you have targeted something, right? So let's say we have targeted something there. So you can easily see, right, the laser is there. So I'm gonna line it up and then I can fire my whatever stuff I need to fire. So that is your laser that you kinda want. And this is to activate the target point. Now this is, we're gonna go over that in a second here. So there is a key to look behind you if you don't have head tracking. There is a key for that. And it's gonna look over your left shoulder, I believe. Because you're sensitive, you're trimming. Now if you're flying props, you might wanna look into the trimming stuff here. If you're flying with the mouse and use the mouse joystick, then you don't really need the trimming stuff, because you can leave the mouse just away in the screen, so it will fly level. But if you fly with the stick, you might want to add some keys here, because if you recenter that stick, some props like to drift up and down or left and right or whatever. So in sim mode, you do need to start up your engine. I is default for engine start, and extinguisher, and that is about it for the basic controls that I use. Now you can pause the video anytime, look over something. Right, so right now I'm using it with none, because I do have a joystick that I use. Now let's start up the engine here. Oh yeah, other thing, just here, the SAS mode. If you can't find it, you just type in SAS, but this right here. You really want to find this if you're flying jets. Props don't have this, so don't worry about that if you're flying props. But jets do have it, and you can see if we go damping mode, this will make your platform a lot more stable and your turns, stuff like that. Okay, so this is not the best example here, because this platform is already very stable. But otherwise, it might like start turning like that if you don't have damping mode activated. So if you are in there, you can't have an outside view unless you're in a bomber that has back corners. Then you can have it. But otherwise, yeah, if you press the V key, you're gonna go to. So let's enable thermal mode here. If you hold Alt key, you can have the mouse here. You can find the keys here. Even I don't really, because I only do it once per battle, so I don't need to. And the default is your mouse is controlling the camera here. So we do have, why we have two cameras here? Oh, okay, so right, so okay, I pressed the key. Wrong key, right, let's turn around here. This should be fine here. The target should be somewhere in front. Right, let's switch this one. Maybe this one is better, I don't know. I really don't know. Let's have a look. Right, and you can see it as well. Okay, so let's switch again here. Yeah, the other one is as better zoom. So, and if you have your target, right now I have a laser, but if you activate the target here, I have it on my middle mouse button. So if I press my map key, I can see, alright, so I'm targeting this one. There is something closer by, right? You can just navigate like that. There we go. And I don't know why, okay, it did work. So I can see the laser there, and if I'm powering up my AGM right now, you can see it's not blinking. You can fire it, but now if I turn too much, I still fire it. Okay, it's powering now. Okay. Okay, it doesn't let me fire, but for some planes, if you're not on the line of sight, it will start blinking. So I don't know what's going on there right now. So let's turn around here and see. Right. So is this the target that we want? Uh, no, that is not the target. Oh, right. I know. Uh, for some reason. Uh, right. So this one, I don't know. I don't know. It's not the best example here. Okay, that should hit here. Right. Anyway, for some reason we have two targeting pods. Now we have only one. Yeah, I'm confused here. I haven't used this F18 with the targeting pod. Hmm. Anyway, this is how you basically use it. I hope that makes sense, but it's basically, yeah. We can go with the different. Uh, but yeah, if you have your target activated, you can't find your target, you can just always look. Okay, my targeting is right here. Maybe I need to go here. So you come here, have a look, right? So that is your HMs. So let's turn the laser off manually and let's switch to the bombs. Now sight mode bombs, it says auto here. So that means we are fixed to some kind of point here. And if we turn, it's probably gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be there. So we don't want that. So if you do your manual targeting with the targeting pod and you lock something up, so it does wants to drop those bombs there. So how you get rid of this is you press Y, you press 6, and 3 is to deactivate the point. Right. And you deactivate it, and now we do have this nice indicator where we will drop our bombs. But you know, if you do it enough, you can just drop them like that. And this is it, your AGMs and bombs. Your basic keys that you need, it's activate target points. You just hover over it and lock your target, and you're good to go. And you just, if you wanna, so if you wanna deactivate it, you can see right now, it's we got a line there. Press 6 and we press 3. That's gonna deactivate it, and we can drop wherever we want. There is a key binding for your dropping permission. It is manual auto or whatever, so you can play around with that. I usually don't use this. You can use it like let's see, there is a bombing site right in front of us. So if you press Y6 and start pressing 6, so there should be soon enough. There we go, we got a target right there. So that is the bombing base. So if you have hard time to finding the base, so you can lock it up like that by pressing Y6 and start cycling the 6 key. Pressing the 6 key again and again. As soon as you see it on your display, you know, and now you can see it. Press 6 and we press 3. So we release that and we can drop it manually. That bomb there, if we want, you know. I like to drop manually. Some planes do have the ballistic computer, but don't have the targeting pod. I think it was something CC automatic bomb release mode. Yeah, that is probably something that you need to play around with to have this. I don't use it, so I'm not gonna go and tell you how to do it, because I don't really use it. I did use it long time ago when I started out in Sim, because I had hard time to finding those bases. Now let's go over the radar real fast, and yeah, and we're gonna call it the night basically. Right, so radar. So those are the keys that I use for radar. Now there might be some keys that I don't really know about, and maybe I should know, but those are enough keys for me, and I I get by with those keys fine. So first thing is radar on and off, right? 'Cause sometimes I like to fly with the radar off sometimes because I don't want the enemies to know that I'm coming for them. And this is to change your, um, I think it's the range on the radar. This is the search mode that you can change, and this is the scope scale. So this is like how wide it is, and of course a radar lock. And we got the WASD here to navigate our radar. So let's go look over that. So um, right, you can find it under options and go air battle settings. So uh, this will be your default settings. Now, if you want to use your keys to navigate your radar, uh, which target you wanna lock, so you will have this the other way around. Now, this is the default, I believe. So if you would go in and turn the radar on, so this is your default, and you can switch between the. So let's go to options, air battle settings, and let's switch it around. Now we can manually lock targets. Otherwise, it will automatically lock. I don't know, the best target that it thinks is the best. Might not be the best target for you, but you know, if we want to do it manually. So, all right, let's turn this way. We should have a couple of targets here. All right, you can see already one here. So TVS mode, if you have it available, it is probably the best option here. So you can see here, right, we got the M9, M7 piece, and you can see this is target range, and this window here is the firing range. And I don't know if this is the burn range as far as this will burn. All right, so let's release that. Let's hold the alt key. So this is enemy. If this would be a friendly, there would be a line underneath it. Now that little stick here shows the speed and the location of that. Not the location, but the speed and the heading of this aircraft. And yeah, you would just navigate over this target here and use a lock key to lock it up, and on the display we can see where it is. Now this display thing is mostly only on the newer jets, and you know, you can lock it up and fire at it. But yeah, friendlies will have a vertical line underneath them, and yeah, enemies will just be a little ball here. And if you don't have, some radars have like just a lines, just vertical lines. So if there is a double line, so that is a friendly, single line is an enemy. But I think the newer radars that have those heading indicator and speed indicator, that will have those balls, and the friendly will have a vertical line underneath it. And yeah, that is your radar. I hope you kind of understand what I was saying here. Okay. If you want to know what all those radar modes do, you can go to the War Thunder wiki and look over the radar stuff, and you know, maybe look over the forums. So TVS HDN, so that is like head on, I believe. I'm not expert on radars, so yeah, this is your basic radar. Now if you want like crazy in-depth radar stuff, I'm sure there is a video out there, but right now we are kind of doing a guide to just to get you started with your basics, so that you can, you know, enjoy your simulator battles without, you know, scratching your head too much, like why is this not working. And it is way different from RB and arcade mode. So right, so head tracking. It's really easy. All you need are those two softwares, which are free to download. You can find them online. You can just search for the names here. I might have a link there. I don't know. I might be lazy. But you want to open up AA Track first and go configuration. Select your camera if you have multiples. So select one that you want to use. Yeah, and you want to use this use remote open track client, and you want to copy the port here. So that is it. And then you're gonna press start tracking, and it's gonna start tracking. You can enable preview here if you like. Anyway, so you want to select this UDP over network. Click this little hammer here, paste the port here, and you can press start. Now it's gonna start working. Now for the mapping, you can copy my settings here. You can pause it here and look what I have done here. What degrees, blah blah blah. So this is your yaw. So that is your twisting and pitch. That is looking up and down. And yeah, and roll I have disabled because I don't like it. And X is your leaning left and right. So we move this a little bit here so you can see this little octopus moving. So and Y and Z I have disabled because I don't like them. Yeah, those are the settings that I use. You can copy them and adjust them to your liking, but that is it. And other options that you need is your center key. I have it on tab. So if you're adjusting your seating position, you might end up like that. And you press this key, it's gonna recenter that. And that is it. All you need is those two softwares and the webcam. If you don't have a webcam, you can use your smartphone. I'm sure you can find a guide on YouTube how to set up your smartphone as a webcam. I have really cheap webcam. It cost me like $10 or something like that. So it's really not expensive to get head tracking. Around $10. Basically, all you need is a webcam, and yeah. So that is it for the head tracking. It's really easy to set up, and it is worth it. Believe me, it's gonna make your experience in sim mode so much better. I hope this video was helpful for you, and I'm sure I missed some key info. So just let me know in the comments. Let's try to make this as helpful as possible. I appreciate the feedback from all the videos, guys. You're being awesome, and I hope you have enjoyed this, and I hope this was helpful, and hope to see you in the next one, guys. Have a good one. Bye.